Hello, Trekkies and Starfleet captains. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the ships, lore, and strategies of Star Trek Online. Today, we're exploring the Centaur light cruiser, a classic vessel that's often the first command for new Starfleet captains. Whether you're a newbie looking to learn the ropes or a veteran revisiting this iconic ship, stick around as we break down its stats, role, and why it's such a fantastic training vessel. Let's beam aboard and get started. The Centaur light cruiser is one of the most recognizable ships in Star Trek Online, and for good reason. It's part of the light cruiser family, which includes the Miranda and Shakar classes, and it's often the go-to ship for newly promoted Starfleet captains. Why? Because it's versatile, forgiving, and a fantastic way to learn the ins and outs of Starship Command. In the lore, the Centaur class is a workhorse of the 24th century, designed for flexibility. It's not the most powerful ship in the fleet, but its balanced design makes it perfect for a variety of missions, from exploration to light combat. In Star Trek Online, this ship is a Tier 1 vessel, meaning it's one of the first ships you'll pilot as you embark on your journey as a Starfleet officer. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the Centaur's stats and layout. Here's what you're working with: Bridge Officer Stations. The Centaur comes equipped with 3 ensign-level bridge officer stations, 1 for tactical, 1 for engineering, and 1 for science. This balanced setup means you can experiment with a variety of abilities early on. Want to boost your weapons with a tactical officer? Go for it. Need more hull repairs from engineering? You've got it. Or maybe you want to lean into sensor scans and debuffs with science? The choice is yours. This flexibility is what makes the Centaur such a great training ship. Consoles. You get 1 tactical console, 1 engineering console, and 1 science console. At Tier 1, this is pretty standard, but it allows you to customize your ship's performance. For example, you could slot a tactical console to boost your phaser damage, an engineering console to improve your hull strength, or a science console to enhance your shields. Weapons. The Centaur has 2 fore weapons and 1 aft weapon. This setup leans slightly toward forward-facing firepower, which is great for learning how to position your ship in combat. Plus, it can equip dual cannons, giving you the option to experiment with a more aggressive, cannon-based playstyle if you want to pack a punch. Defenses. The base hull strength is 10,000, which is modest but sufficient for early-game missions. The shield modifier of 1 means your shields are average but reliable, offering decent protection as you learn to manage incoming damage. Maneuverability. With a base turn rate of 11.4, the Centaur is fairly nimble for a cruiser. This makes it easier to keep your forward weapons trained on enemies, especially compared to bulkier ships. Device slots. You get 2 device slots, which can be used for things like batteries to boost power levels or other utility items. This stat package screams beginner-friendly. The Centaur isn't going to overwhelm you with complex systems, but it gives you just enough tools to experiment and learn what kind of captain you want to be. So, why is the Centaur light cruiser considered such an excellent training vessel? Let's break it down. Balanced design. The equal distribution of tactical, engineering, and science stations means you're not locked into one playstyle. You can try a bit of everything, whether it's tanking damage, dealing burst damage, or controlling the battlefield with science abilities. This makes the Centaur a fantastic sandbox for learning the game's mechanics. Forgiving stats. The Centaur's hull and shields are strong enough to keep you alive through early missions, even if you make a few mistakes. Its decent turn rate also helps you avoid getting stuck in a bad position during combat. Customization options. With 3 console slots and the ability to equip dual cannons, the Centaur lets you experiment with different builds. Want to focus on phaser beams for steady damage? Or maybe try dual cannons for a more aggressive, in-your-face approach? The choice is yours, and that freedom is key for new players figuring out their preferences. Lore and nostalgia. For fans of Star Trek, the Centaur class has that classic Starfleet aesthetic. It's a ship that feels like it belongs in the universe of the Next Generation or Deep Space Nine. Piloting it feels like stepping into the shoes of a true Starfleet captain. In short, the Centaur is like the training wheels of Star Trek Online. It's reliable, versatile, and gives you room to grow as a player without overwhelming you. Now, let's talk about my take on the Centaur light cruiser. What I love: ease of use. As someone who's played Star Trek Online for years, I can say the Centaur is one of the best starter ships for new players. Its balanced stats and straightforward layout make it easy to pick up and play, even if you're new to MMOs or space combat. Flexibility. The ability to slot dual cannons is a huge plus. Most early game ships are limited to beams, so the Centaur gives you a chance to try something different. Nostalgic charm. The Centaur's design is pure Star Trek. It's not flashy, but it's got that utilitarian, dependable vibe that makes you feel like you're part of the Federation. What could be better? Limited power. As a Tier 1 ship, the Centaur is quickly outclassed as you progress through the game. Its low hull and single aft weapon mean it struggles in tougher missions, so you'll likely replace it fairly soon. Basic console layout. While the 3 console slots are great for a starter ship, they're not enough to make the Centaur feel unique compared to higher-tier vessels with more specialized setups. Early game focus. This ship is designed for beginners, so veteran players won't find much reason to revisit it unless they're feeling nostalgic or starting a new character. Overall, the Centaur light cruiser is a fantastic introduction to Star Trek Online. It's not going to carry you through endgame content, but that's not its job. It's here to teach you how to fly, fight, and explore the galaxy, and it does that job brilliantly. Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips for getting the most out of your Centaur light cruiser. Experiment with bridge officers. Try different abilities in your tactical, engineering, and science slots. For example, use tactical team for better crew performance, emergency power to shields for extra defense, and hazard emitters for hull healing. Focus on positioning. Since you have 2 weapons and only 1 aft, try to keep your nose pointed at the enemy to maximize your damage output. Upgrade smartly. Slot consoles that complement your playstyle. If you're going for damage, prioritize tactical consoles. If you're struggling with survivability, go for engineering or science consoles to boost your hull or shields. Enjoy the journey. The Centaur is a starter ship, so don't stress too much about min-maxing. Use it to learn the game and have fun exploring the Star Trek universe. And there you have it, folks, the Centaur light cruiser, Starfleet's trusty training vessel. Whether you're a new captain cutting your teeth or a seasoned player revisiting the classics, this ship has a lot to offer. What do you think of the Centaur? Are you a fan of its balanced design, or do you prefer something with a bit more firepower? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Star Trek Online content. Until next time, live long and prosper.